What do you do to exercise, Barger?
Lots of things.
Do you even lift?
I lift cake to my mouth. Alright guys, let's have a look at Ratchet Clank Nexus. This is the final chapter in the long-running Future series, and just like all of my daydreams, it's full of jet boots, spaceships, and lasers.
They must be here.
Now, this is actually the 10th Ratchet & Clank game, so we should probably give you a bit of a refresher. The last game, Q-Force, had a tower defense theme, and the one before that, All for One, was a multiplayer co-op. But those two games are set way, way, way before the storyline of this one, so just forget them for the moment.
Done.
Nexus is a direct sequel to the 2009 game, A Crack in Time.
Oh, I loved that game. Awesome puzzles.
After foiling Dr. Nefarious's plot, Ratchet and Clank find themselves transporting the despicable Vendra Prog on her way to prison. But within minutes, Vendra's up to her evil tricks, hacking into the ship's life support systems. Plus, the heroes have to deal with Vendra's brother Neftin as he tries to bust her out.
Fire Omni rockets on my mark. 3, 2, 1, mark. Whoops.
As well as the usual jokes, I was surprised and happy to see the game take a darker turn towards the start. You see, you lose these two robots right at the start, two of your buddies, and I thought that was great.
It's outrageous! Seeing those two brave robots cut down in their prime before their warranties had even expired. It was a sad, sad day for robot kind.
Cheer up, Darren. At least you still have Clank. And, you know, your friend Dr. Zircon, he makes a return as an in-game weapon, so...
That's true. Dr. Zircon's extermination banter does always cheer me up.
Mr. Zircon does not require votes. His currency is paid.
The heart of the Ratchet & Clank series has always been a mix of platforming and over-the-top weapons, and here they pretty much stuck to the same formula with a few new tricks as well. When the prison ship's gravity is turned off, Ratchet gets to zip around in zero-G using these awesome magnetic boots. Plus, there are some spectacular bits outside of the ship with asteroids and loads of space debris.
Yeah, those space sequences were cool, and I think they did a really good job of creating some epic sci-fi locations. As Ratchet and Clank go planet hopping, you get to see a range of alien worlds, from high-tech civilizations in their prime to abandoned worlds that are falling to pieces. But no matter where you are, there's loads of detail to admire.
I have to say though, I have mixed feelings about the weapons. I'm glad the shooting controls are spot on when you're leaping about and blasting aliens with Ratchet's trusty Omni Blaster, but I didn't really enjoy many of the other guns. Most were just too silly, like this Jack-in-the-Box. Others, like his nether blades, were just too weak.
I was happy to see my friend Clank getting more of the spotlight this time around. Obviously, he's the best looking and bravest member of the team. And this time around, he also gets an upgrade that lets him jump into these 2D rift worlds. In this zone, he can bend gravity to his will. This lets him push platforms around and do amazing gravity-defying acrobatics.
Yes, but Clank's not the only one who gets to play with gravity. Ratchet also gets this cool little gravity gun. With it, he can make these gravity tunnels to zip around in, and before long, he's jumping between tunnels and doing some pretty clever tricks of his own. Clever cat.
I think you'll find he's a Lombax hex. Oh. Yeah. I've got another bone to pick with this game as well, actually, and it's my funny bone. I was so excited when Captain Quark showed up because he always makes me laugh.
Just let it out. Let it all out. Don't be afraid to cry. That's a brave Lombax.
But after that, he's hardly in the game, and that made me a sad Barjo.
All right, that's enough of that.
Listen guys, I had fun with this. It feels really polished, and I guess that's because they've been making these games for a decade now. It's not my favourite in the series, and it's also quite short, but it's not full priced either, so I was okay with that. I'm giving it 7.
Yeah, I think the platforming is tight, and I just wish there were more weapons and more Quark, so I'm giving it 6.
All right then, all that talk of space has got me in the mood for a bit of a fly around the world. Out of rocket blast range, you two. Launch in 3, 2, 1.
Why can't he just take a train, or plane, or bus, or walk there, roll there in his little wheels?